Trans women are the best at sports.
Okay, guys, time for a little bit of a rant session with me because one of my least favorite people on the internet, the somewhat creepy and very obviously trollish influencer who claims to be transgender, but I really don't think is, Lilly Tino is back. And Lilly Tino's latest video is very, very dumb. Lilly thinks that he's done his big one, made some profound point about the debate over trans athletes in women's sports, which of course critics like myself think is very unfair because of basic biological reality. But we didn't know that some people who identify as trans and are biologically male are bad at sports. So apparently there's nothing to see here, folks. Just listen to Lilly Tino's brilliant argument.
Trans women are the best at sports. Swish.
The testosterone surging through our muscles gives us super strength.
Well, most trans women don't have much, if any, testosterone in their system, but that doesn't mean we aren't still better.
So there's more, but first, this is just so painfully cringe. Like, do you think this makes a point that you in particular are unathletic? Yes, some males are unathletic. There's still a reason male and female sports are separate. And while it's actually true that transgender women who go through extensive hormone replacement therapy actually do have very low testosterone levels, that doesn't actually negate the differences. The differences are still real because the important thing is that in most of those cases, they had high levels of testosterone when they went through puberty, and they had male puberty, which leads to bigger bones, more bone density, muscular development that does not completely go away with hormone replacement therapy, and all sorts of other things. So this just doesn't make any point at all. It's just cartoonishly goofy, ridiculous, very poorly acted out skits that I don't know what the point of this content is other than to make us want to pull out our hair and rage bait us for views, which it's working. If that's the goal, it's working very well, unfortunately. In fact, the entire comment section is basically just bashing Lilly at this point. So I guess if that's the goal, to make no actual arguments, make yourself look foolish on camera, but rage bait people into making money for yourself, then you're doing amazing, Lilly. But guys, there's so much more to this cringe-worthy and goofy video. Let's take a look.
After all, we do have the biological advantage. It's not like athleticism is determined by anything other than what's between your legs. But if that's true, it means that some trans women are great athletes, but some are flat out bad, just like cis women. And trans women lose at sports all the time, but that doesn't get reported on. Because they want you to be scared of us, like we're taking something from you. And the very small number of trans women who do compete do it for the love of the game, not because they need attention or couldn't win at men's sports. Nah, that can't be true. Trans women are definitely the best at sports.
So at this point, I seriously wonder, I mean, do people like this just think there should be one team for sports? Should there just not be any sex segregation? Should males and females just play together? May the best man, woman, or they, them win? Because what I'm getting from this video is basically a denial that biology exists or is meaningful, which is of keeps with the broader trend of Lilly's content. But if you were to actually take that approach to sports, that would not go well for women and for feminists who want opportunities for women, because in many sports, I don't think in all, but in many sports, if you just had one team and it's the best from your college or your school, regardless of sex, it's going to be almost exclusively males because they are faster, stronger, bigger, whatever, and have many different attributes that lend themselves to differences in sports. So I don't know who it serves to actually push this kind of science denialism. It's certainly not women. Absolutely not. And I don't even think it's trans people, because I think this kind of obvious denial of reality and bizarre gaslighting only brings backlash against the trans community. It's really not clear to me who is served by this whatsoever other than Lilly Tino making money from rage bait. I mean, Lilly is not even engaging with any sort of serious argument or ideas. The idea that no one ever said, Lilly, that all that affects sports performance is what's between your legs. Do you think that's all that biological sex is? Seriously? Do you know nothing about hormones, about puberty, about anatomy, about muscular development. You think it's about what's between your legs? That's not what anyone seriously suggested. So you're not meaningfully engaging with people's arguments when you're making points like this. And yeah, some trans athletes are taking something from women. They're literally winning competitions. Now, I'm not saying it's super common, but that's just because trans people are still relatively tiny slice of society. But in those situations, they are taking something from them. And even in situations where they don't finish in first place, in some instances, trans women are taking comfort away from women who are forced to change in a women's locker room and somebody's strolling around with a ding dong out. That's not something to be laughed at or dismissed either. People's concerns and feelings and comfort levels matter too. It's not just about fairness in winning and having prizes or medals taken away from you, but that also is a real issue. Now, Lilly also did a little video reacting to the fact that J.K. Rowling recently called out Lilly, once again playing the victim. So this is wild to me because Lilly just presented J.K. Rowling's very legitimate criticism of him with no added commentary and played the victim. But all it actually did was amplify even further J.K.'s very real criticisms and warning about this man. J.K. wrote on Twitter, "This man's bathroom photos are trophies. He wants women and girls in the background because it proves he's violating women's boundaries. Without actual females there as props, all he's got is a selfie of a scary-looking creep in mouse ears, which isn't remotely what he's after." And this, of course, refers to the controversy with Lilly Tino going into women's bathrooms at Disney and taking selfies, then saying, "Oh, it's fine. All women take selfies in the bathroom. Why would I be any different?"
Those Disney bathroom selfies got y'all real upset, huh? Saying, oh, Lily, you can't take selfies in the bathroom. It's not appropriate. Well, let me remind you that literally every celebrity you've ever enjoyed on screen has at one point taken a bathroom selfie. For example, and it's not just celebrities. Any woman you ever meet has likely taken a photo in a public bathroom. Why, you ask? Because we look cute and we want to document it. So what is different about me?
And of course, Lilly left out that Lily's photos caught random women and girls in the background and photographed them in the restroom, which is a clear violation of their privacy and their consent, which makes it different from just your standard bathroom selfie. And look, I don't know what Lilly Tino's exact pathology or psychology is, but it is funny to me how J.K. Rowling made some pretty strong criticisms of this person and I think hit on some very valid critiques, and Lilly just amplified them onto Lily's own page without refuting them. So you're just like doing your critics a favor and helping spread their message. Great job, I guess. And even on Lily's own posts, the whole comments are just agreeing with J.K. Rowling. Maybe the tide is turning. Maybe people are getting a little bit sick of the lunacy after all, even on TikTok, because that's the funny thing. TikTok has a very left-wing user base, but even they have turned strongly against Lilly Tino and Lily's unique levels of creepiness and inappropriate behavior and rage baiting. So I think the culture is shifting, and I really hope this person is banned from Disney. We already talked about this. There is a petition people can go sign if they want to see Lilly banned from Disney, so Lilly can't terrorize more women and girls' bathrooms. But more importantly, I really wish people like this would stop because they're doing so much harm to the trans community, most of whom do not behave like this and aren't supportive of this kind of behavior. But the reckless kind of self-ID open door policies that the trans community has promoted do allow for creeps like Lilly to go in and cause serious problems. So there needs to be some reckoning about that. And more broadly, the trans movement's got to stop. And honestly, the Democrats and liberals more broadly, many of whom have bought into this, stop with the science denial. You're never going to convince people that there's no differences between males and females that manifest themselves in sports. And you're not actually serving or advocating for any community by denying reality and gaslighting people. People will bristle at that. They will resent that. And if your goal is just to have more backlash and more resentment, then keep it up because you're all doing amazing. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. This one was quite the doozy. I'm gonna have to take a break from Lilly Tino content for a while because it makes me want to pull my hair out. But do let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to this bonus channel if you aren't yet. Do hit that like button while you're at it. And with that, we'll talk again real soon.